Welcome to the tutorial for the 7th grade Writing ELA practice test. As soon as you click on the link on Google Classroom, you will be taken to the Florida Statewide Assessment sign-in page. Today we will be signing in as a guest user under a guest session. Once you click the sign-in button, you will be prompted to select your grade level. Go ahead and select grade level 7 and scroll down to the purple ELA Writing Practice Test button. Click on that purple button. Do not change any of the accommodations that are given to you. Leave everything as is and click Select. Go ahead and click Begin Test now, as I will be providing you a video tutorial help guide in this video. When you first load up the writing test, you will notice that the prompt is on the right-hand side and on the left-hand side are your sources. To view your sources better, you can click on the right arrow and it'll make it so that your sources are easily seen. To bring it back to normal, you can click this left arrow and it'll make it so that it's half and half again. And then to hide the text sources and to primarily see the prompt, you just click that left arrow again. And this will make it so that it's easier for you to see the text writing box and the prompt. There are a few features that we're going to go over really quick. The first is highlighting. Just click and drag to whatever you want to highlight, and you can do two things. Either you can right-click and then highlight, or after clicking and dragging, you can come up here to the three little lines with the arrow, and you can select that in order to highlight. Now, if I want to remove the highlighting of a specific section, I can re-click and drag. I can right-click and click Remove Highlight, or I can re-click and drag, and I can come up here and remove highlight. There are 4 different colors for you to highlight, which would make it a lot easier, especially when you're writing an argumentative essay. You can put one argument in one color and then the opposite argument in another color. To remove highlighting altogether, you can click Reset Highlighting, and that will remove all the highlighting from the sources. Now let's talk about some of the additional features. On the right-hand side, you'll see that there are a few things that are going to help you out, and these tools are very beneficial. First, click on the Notes button. When you click on this, this will open up a notepad that you can actually type on. This is a great tool for your outline. You can type up your thesis here. You can type up your body paragraph, number 1, including the evidence you would want. So evidence number 1. And evidence number 2, you can plan out your counter argument, and then obviously the evidence for that paragraph as well. And so this tool is very beneficial because it will help you to organize any information that you need. Now, unfortunately, it does not allow you to copy and paste from the sources, so you will have to put the notepad off to the side if you want to copy text directly from the sources. So, for example, if I wanted to type in 1871, an adventurer named, let's see, Heinrich Schliemann started digging in the ground of a Turkish city. So, again, you would have to type everything. There is no copying and pasting. Now, there is copying and pasting from your outline. You can copy, or you can click Control V. And I have to click Save and Close or else it will not save into your notes. And I can copy and paste from my outline into my text box. But I cannot copy and paste from the source into it. If you notice, I'm actually clicking and it's not doing anything right now. You just keep that in mind when typing out your essay. It will take you longer to type out your quotes because you are going to have to type them out by hand. Now, next to the note pad is the line reader. So for those of you who struggle with paying attention to what you're reading, this is great for you because it's going to make it so that all you have to do is click the down arrow every time you're at a new line, and it's going to make it a lot easier for you to focus on the line that you're reading at the time. And again, I can, when I'm just reading, I can go ahead and do that to read better. Now, you can zoom out if you feel that you are too zoomed in. Again, zoom in if you feel like it needs to be bigger. So I'm going to zoom out all the way. And then, of course, we have the text box. So the text box is a notepad. It will not underline misspelled words, and it will not underline any grammatical errors. Now, for the sake of today, you will still be writing your essay into Google Classroom to save the essay because since you're signed in as a guest, it will not save your essay. But typically in the FSA, you will be typing here, and so you will still need to, take into consideration your spelling and your grammar because it will not underline it for you like Google Classroom will. Now, when you are done with your test, you can click End Test, and then it will end the test for you. There is a pause button as well. This is in the FSA. It's only used for emergencies. For example, if you were to say you're sick to your stomach and you need to go relieve yourself or what have you, then this would obviously be used. Because we're signed as guests, this will not save, so clicking the save button is not going to save it. No matter how much you click on it, it's not going to do anything. I'm clicking on it right now. Clicking the next button is going to just finish the test. It's going to end the test. So if you click OK, it's basically saying, well, that's the last question because this is the only question. So those are all the features so far. So let's go ahead and let's really quickly look at the actual prompt so then that way you can know what you're writing about. It says, it's no secret that sometimes great discoveries come as a result of really big mistakes, but are they always worth the problems they cause? Sometimes the mistakes lead to greatness, and sometimes they lead to disaster. Are mistakes key to making discoveries? Then it says, write an essay in which you take a position. Right here, take a position means that we are writing an argumentative essay. So I'm going to highlight this in yellow so I can know, okay, I'm writing an argumentative essay. On whether or not mistakes are a key part of discovery. So I'm focusing on whether or not mistakes are a key part of discovery, using the information presented in the passages to support my points. Make sure to include information from all the passages in your essay. So they want me to read the passages, plan the essay, write my essay, and revise my essay, including a claim, any counterclaims, and evidence from multiple sources, and avoid overly relying on one source. So it should be in the form of a multi-paragraph essay. Remember, the best type of essay for argumentative is a 4-paragraph essay. You want strong, chunky paragraphs that have lots of evidence and lots of elaboration. So in this essay, you're going to read the sources and you're going to write about whether or not mistakes are a key part of discovery. Okay? Hopefully now you are better acquainted with the FSA portal and you can now write your essay. Again, please write it into Google Docs. Do not write it into this text box. If you write it into this text box, it will not save. You need to write it into the Google Doc that is provided to you. Okay? If you have any questions, please email me, and I will answer those questions before we take our FSA writing test after spring break.